Howdy folks, it's rjhelms here with episode 15 of Let's Play OpenTTD with the FIRS industry set. So in the last episode we mostly just got this junction improved. It is now a tetrathorpe junction rather than the old roundabout, and it seems to be doing a lot better. That test remains to be seen. This episode I want to probably improve this junction as well and sort out any capacity, especially, and then finish that lumber chain by getting the finished goods to market, so to speak. But just because of some knock-on effects of kind of shutting things down, we've got a couple of things that need to be improved here. I noticed after recording the last episode that a couple of our stations are deadlocked. We saw, this one is, and it's causing a lot of trouble. Where is this guy going to be? And you're also here, yep. And that's just because these trains are all waiting to pick up, so that's, for one, a sign that I probably need more platforms here. That would be the easy fix. And we're also still probably going to have some trouble here. Yes, we are at SKHE. So this one, I can get that fixed by just... Basically, I'm just going to have to get these guys skip the location just to the ones that are most full, just to make room for some more more vehicles to come in. In this case, it's because I don't have enough platforms. At the other one, it's really kind of just a short-term issue. Because, as we saw, when it doesn't get deadlocked because of making infrastructure changes, there tends to be a pretty big surplus of inputs. But for this one, I am probably going to have an ongoing problem. So I'm going to actually build a couple more platforms here. And these guys can actually all be one way. I'm not sure why they're not. Let's pull this back. This one can go right in. This one can as well for now. I'll have to move that signal back to here. Can you please be dropping things off? Yes, you are. Okay, excellent. So that should clear this out. This is not a pretty station, but it's going to work. Ish. All these platforms are really only good as waiting platforms, because as you can see, once trains start to move, only one can actually be leaving the station at a time. So it's not actually really any better than one track. For the sake of throughput. Well, that should start to clear up. Let's look at the other one, see how it's doing. I wouldn't be surprised if it was still deadlocked. Yes, it is. I'm just going to start sending random things away. It's a little bit wasteful. You can certainly leave because you're... Oh, no, don't want you to turn around. I want you to leave. There you go. Basically, until some of these trains dropping off inputs are able to come in. Okay, you did find a path. Okay, so they're all waiting to leave. Which is a better problem to have. In the future, I think I'm going to want to improve this station. It's a little bit of a tricky bit of business, but there are strategies to kind of, pull this out and basically let this merge just kind of weave. So say, for example, every 2 tracks would merge, and then so on and so forth. There's a couple strategies you can use. I'm not really an expert at it, but But we can manage for sure. So let's just take a look at our stations to see if there's any signs of deadlocks. Now you're doing fine. Yep, fine. So far, so good. Lumber's piling up there, which is nice. Oh, I did not mean to do that. Sorry. Okay, well, that's fine. It's going to run 45 days early, but that's okay. Oh, you're deadlocked again. Okay, so you also need another platform or two. There's one. And there's two, and since those are both dropping off inputs, that should help things out considerably. Okay, well, we were at SKHE, so let's look at the rest of these. You are doing fine, of course. SKHO is doing fine. You're doing fine. This was another one I was worried about, but it's actually probably going to get slammed in a big bad way with oil trains. Now... oh, this is doing so well, but now look, it's all backed up already. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, I expected farm supplies to kind of pile up here, so that's okay. So this still hasn't ticked through yet. And that's that. Okay, so it looks like our deadlocks are cleared. I want to watch this for a while. It's moving, but it seems like something's stopping these trains. Yeah, and it's this merge here. So I could think about doing some priority merging here, kind of letting these trains pass before these ones. Another option would be, because it seems like a lot of the ones that are coming here are actually just going up to this way. So for the sake of a very likely harebrained idea, let's try that. That way trains are coming up this line and going into here don't actually need to slow down the main line. Yeah, that seems to have helped a fair deal, actually. Okay, this deadlock is clearing nicely here. Something I actually want to do. while I'm waiting, is actually improve this. Just because that is a bit too tight of a turn. I'm actually going to make it all the way up to 5, and 5, and 5. And then you can tuck back in over there. Just to maybe improve the speed at which trains enter these platforms. Okay, now let's look at our total weight in cargo. So STP to SKH actually seems to be a big one. Is it because our timetable's a disaster? It probably is. Oh, you're doing fine. So I'm actually going to leave that one alone for a moment. TRPM ore. Where are you taking the ore? Like iron ore, yeah. DNGP. I'm a little skeptical of the need for that, but I suppose having an extra train here won't do any harm. Just farm supplies is actually good here. BKKE with food. Yeah, I believe you want another one. Actually, does STP accept food? No, it doesn't. Okay. Sure, one more for you. Goods at KWTN. Yeah, I'll let you have one more going to STP. Passengers said I'm not going to worry about STPH. Okay, so you got the goods. Great, okay. So let's take a look at this and see where we want it to go. So if you go to SKH or STP, which one's farther is really the question, because that's what makes us the most money. I think it's going to be to SKH. Where's your depot here? Oh, there you are. That's a little strange. So if we look at goods, what's our maximum speed? I've got one that can do 144. I'm not going to take mail cars, but I do want that can go 144. Do I have a caboose that can go that fast? I'm actually... no. 136. And at a certain point, within the NARS set, having caboose actually becomes unnecessary, but I don't know where it is. But, I might actually go for a Centennial here. Yeah, let's try it. So up to there. Oh, I can squeeze one more in. That was the wrong one I chose, so... I think that's one too many. Nope, that's dead on 7. Cool, so what's your capacity? 420. Okay, so you're going to go there to full load, and then to STP. No, to SKH to drop off. And you can get started. I'll pin you up. And it's good. STPH to SKH. Oh, you guys are getting all bunched up again. That's a waste. Just gonna kick this one out just to make room for that. Engineering supplies trying to get in, and that should boost the production. I'm just curious here, because it seems like... Seems like things aren't doing terribly well as far as keeping their speed up. What are you? You're a metal train. Okay. You know, once something has to stop and start again, you get this knock-on effect of everything going really slowly. I think it might be time to improve this junction. So you are just straight up not necessary. Let's see here, so that's 3 and then the tunnel. Like that. I guess it's different because this is a the entry and exit are flipped here, but this should do better. You just be a regular signal. You can have another regular signal there. You can just be a regular signal. You can just be a regular signal. Be another regular signal there. And this guy gets to be a path signal. Feels like there's still a signal gap here. Yep, there is. It's this one is missing. Yeah, and see, something like this is a place where a priority merge would be really worth doing. And here as well, for example, just that a train that's going down this main line wouldn't stop for one coming in off here. Right, and this junction, yep, definitely needs to be improved in the same way. This one seems to be holding up fairly well, which is great news. Yeah, so I was just glad to see that, because what I was somewhat worried about was that just because of the power ratios here, some of these Selkirks were having trouble actually going over these short bridges. That doesn't seem to be the case. That one just did it at full speed. So the problem is actually just knock-on effects of things stopping, especially stopping in the intersections, which some prioritization could improve it, but I don't think that seems to actually be necessary for what I'm seeing happening in the intersections. Where prioritization is actually needed is in line merges onto the main line, if that actually ends up being the case that it's needed at all. What am I looking for? This station, it's holding up just fine. That's doing great now. You're doing fine, so let's see what we're looking at actually. Another wood train at BNGW. Do I have a farm supplies train to BNGW? I must. Yeah, I could do with another one. I'm just going to fast forward this actually until it gets closer. Yeah, so here you get this issue because this thing is stopping. Oh, this is an ugly junction. It's going to present some problems. Once again, it could actually just be a priority thing, though. Okay, you can start now. That's spaced enough. TRPM, still with the iron ore. Do I have engineering supplies going to TRPM? Yeah, I do. I just want to see something actually. If I go to iron ore, it's not really a better cargo to use, so I'll give you one more, sure. But it really is the passengers that seem to be the thing. How are you guys doing on your timetables still? You're catching up. If I go to timetable delay, so you're the best ones. What's down here? You're going to be the worst one. 26 days late, so I could actually probably do with one more. You guys start out of... I'll keep clicking that button. I want this one. SKH. Get you started. Yeah, looks like it's actually about time. So I think I'm going to wrap this up here. Not anything crazy exciting happening here. I think that improvement here was a big boon. This is as well. And clearing out the deadlocks and adding some more platforms where they needed is a big help. So we're getting back on track. Also finally got this going. Actually, one more thing. I could probably use another wood train here. So I'll give you one more wood train. So between now and the next episode, I'm actually going to look up if this, the caboose is actually necessary on a train like this, because it's starting to limit our speed. It's 1973. I know at a certain point it becomes optional, but I can't remember what year that is. So I'll look that up. What are you doing? Are you having the same problem again? Oh, yes, you are. Okay, so that needs some improvement, but I'll continue to look at this because it's not so pretty. But that'll be in the next episode. We'll also probably look at expanding to new industry sets and continuing to actually grow the network rather than just the maintenance we've been doing for the last couple episodes. But until then, this has been OpenTTD with the FIRS industry set. I've been rjhelms, so thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel if you want to see more things like this. Please leave a comment if you have any thoughts or feedback about this video or this series or my channel in general. Anything's welcome, and I'll see you next time. Thanks so much.